So here recently, I've really been into pre-order bonuses and have been doing some vigorous research on them. It's interesting to think that pre-order bonuses date back to the beginning of the N64 era. Before we get into the time eras of the bonuses, let's get a brief history look. The history actually begins back when the video game market crashed. The market had seen a 97% drop starting at $3.2 billion and ending with only $100 million. Now the bonuses don't come into much play, but in the 90s it helped companies keep their fans intrigued by offering free gifts and goodies. This way more consumers would buy the set game on launch day. This business tactic can be referred to as a pre-order incentive, or in other words, giving the consumer a reason to buy the game on launch day. I wouldn't really say it was a hit success, but in today's world, more and more people are pre-ordering games because they get a free poster, or a free soundtrack, or even a free Rubik's Cube. With all the history out of the way, we can begin to look at the bonuses. I'm actually going to talk about them in order of time era and split them up by all major Nintendo franchises. The N64 launched, and if you reserved it at Toys R Us, you would receive a carry case or a bag of some sort. I'm not sure what was the purpose of this because I'm willing to bet few people brought their heavy N64 around. I guess if you had this one it paid off in the long run because the one listing I found is worth a pretty penny. Banjo-Kazooie had 3 different N64 case variations, all from Target. The first one had the Banjo-Kazooie logo. The second one has Banjo and Kazooie. Lastly, the third case has Mumbo Bumbo. I'm guessing Target randomly selected one out of the 3 cases to give to people. I myself think these would be really cool to add to my N64 collection. Continuing with the N64, Ocarina of Time received a very fitting pocket watch. These pocket watches look really nice, and it doesn't look like they cheaped out on making these. These, like most old pre-order bonuses, is worth a good bit of money. I was actually unaware that they made 3 different pocket watches. The first one is the Ocarina of Time logo. The second one is Link swinging his sword, and the third one is just Link himself. The next one is definitely an odd one. Pokemon Stadium, if pre-ordered, included a voucher to redeem at any Blockbuster for a poster and 16 stickers. I find it a little weird that you had to go to Blockbuster to actually claim your pre-order bonus, but maybe that's just me. Pokemon Stadium 2 received the same treatment as for its pre-order bonus was a poster, except this time it was exclusively at Toys R Us. But hey, look on the bright side, at least you could just go to one store instead of 2. Unfortunately, that's all the pre-order bonuses I could find for the N64. Keep in mind, it's super hard to find something like old pre-order bonuses because most people didn't even keep them, and I'm guessing few people even reserved much of anything back then. Next, we have the Game Boy Color and the Game Boy Advance era, and oh boy, is there a lot to be said here with Pokemon in particular. If you reserved either Pokemon Gold or Silver, you would receive a neat CD containing some game info, artwork, and even the game's soundtrack built all into one CD. Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire changed it up by adding commemorative coins due to what game you reserved. Poor old Europe got the same CD, instead this time around it was just Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. I'm not saying another CD isn't cool, but come on, change it up from time to time. Leaf Green's and Fire Red's pre-order bonus was a pocket trainer's book and a shoulder bag. This one in particular was available in America and in Europe. Pokemon Emerald's bonus was a tin with a code to the VIP Pokemon Emerald website in the official Frontier Battle Pass booklet. Oh, and it also contained an official VIP card, so you could be, well, the cool dude in school. That about sums it up for the Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance era. The GameCube era is an interesting one. With the release of Wind Waker, Nintendo released alongside it the Master Quest, which was simply a harder version of Ocarina of Time. Nintendo packaged Metroid Prime 2, Mario Kart Double Dash, and Pokemon Colosseum, all with bonus discs. These discs usually contain things like demos for upcoming games or video game trailers. The Mario Kart Double Dash one hooked my interest. This disc was able to hook up to Fire Emblem Blazing Blade via the Game Boy Advance link. Once hooked up, you will receive exclusive in-game items and soundtracks 99 and 100. The Metroid Prime 2 disc was originally received via Nintendo.com as a reward of some sort. However, later Nintendo packaged it with the game itself in GameCube systems. Pokemon Colosseum was bundled with a disc that contained a Jirachi for Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire here in the US. Instead of Jirachi, Japan received a special Celebi. From now on, I'm no longer going to mention Pokemon because I don't want the whole video to be about Pokemon pre-order bonuses. Just know most pre-order bonuses didn't have much of anything different. The Wii U era definitely brought some variety to the pre-order bonuses. First, Splatoon had a Splattershot replica water gun. I remember this one because I pre-ordered Splatoon from Target. Kirby and the Rainbow Curse offered a coloring book as its bonus. Look, I know I said enough Pokemon, but Pokken Tournament's pre-order bonus is just too cool not to mention. The first stocks of the game include a Shadow Mewtwo card which is unlocked in-game. This card was actually an amiibo card. Those who pre-ordered Pokken Tournament from GameStop received a double-sided poster. At Toys R Us, you would receive a little piece of artwork. Lastly, those who pre-ordered it in Japan at Pokemon Centers would receive a red Lucario figure. Twilight Princess HD included a 20-song soundtrack. Mario Maker had two different ones. First being Target, which was the Rubik's Cube. I actually bought this the day after launch for around $5. I can't confirm it was a pre-order bonus or a promo. GameStop likewise was offering a poster in commemoration with the 30th anniversary of Mario. The Switch has also seen some in its days. First Breath of the Wild had a handful in Europe. Nintendo of UK offered vastly different options depending on which store you reserved the game from. They themselves even offer a Sheikah t-shirt if pre-ordered from the Nintendo UK store. As far as I know, all that was offered here in the US was a poster from GameStop. ARMS received a punching glove if reserved at Nintendo UK. Next we have Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I'm actually not sure which was considered Target's pre-order bonuses because they had three different items. First, they had special themed air fresheners. Secondly, they had another Rubik's Cube, although this time it was Mario Kart themed. Lastly, they had two Mario Kart keychains, one with Peach and one with Mario. I could be entirely mistaken and none of these may have been pre-order bonuses for the specific game. Mario Odyssey had several promos and bonuses, but because this is a pre-order bonus, I'm only going to talk about the bonuses. Best Buy provided a coin that was Mario Odyssey styled. GameStop had a Cappy hat as their pre-order bonus. I find it weird that both decided to resell these bonuses later on for $20. Kirby Star Allies received a Jawstring backpack from Target. Most recently, Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze received a Donkey Kong style mug from the Nintendo UK store. That about covers the brief history of video game pre-order bonuses and a quick look at some of the more obscure and odd pre-order bonuses. However, there are many more that I did not mention, so if you guys did enjoy this video, be sure to let me know, and I'm open to new ideas if you have any. Also, if I'm mistaken about any pre-order bonus, be sure to let me know down in the comment section below. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed.